Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Hope you guys are doing well out there. Hope everybody's having a good week. So I'm just here sitting around at a warehouse right now, just waiting to get unloaded. There are a few trucks ahead of me, so I'm going to be here for a while. So you know what? I thought, it's a gloomy, beautiful Friday morning here in Washington. So I thought, let's turn on the camera and let's talk to the people out there. So first of all, I just want to give a huge shout out to Gene Squirrel and Saint Banana. Thank you guys so much for always supporting me. You guys have been with me since day one, and I really, really appreciate it. Hope you guys are doing very well out there, and hope if I don't talk to you guys again, hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. I wanted to talk to you guys today about the labor market. If you guys are new to my channel, I talk a lot about economics and just trucking and just about, whatever's on my mind. It's my channel. I like to talk about, what interests me. And some of you guys have been requesting, hey, give us an update on the labor market. So if you guys aren't aware already, you guys should have heard by now that October of 2025, last month, we had the record number of layoffs in the last 22 years in this country. And companies have laid off around 153,000 people last month. I think Amazon announced that they're going to lay off 14 to 30,000 employees. Verizon just came out yesterday, I believe it was, and they're going to lay off around 15 to 20,000 people. American Airlines announced 2,700 people that are going to be laid off, and IBM as well. They're going to be laying off 2,700 people. And guys, the K-shaped recovery is very real right now, and we're witnessing, it occurring, right before our very eyes. The people with these high-level corporate jobs, I would classify them to be in the upper middle class, maybe just before high class. These people are earning six-figure corporate salaries, and I'm sure a lot of these people that are being laid off are, they're married, so they have dual income. But a lot of these families are now going to be squeezed and join the middle class. And the people in the middle class right now are being squeezed due to inflation. We're seeing, the rise in costs of everything, and I just don't see an end in sight with, all the money printing going on. And, the Federal Reserve, they're probably going to start quantitative easing. They're going to have to start buying a bunch of assets and and help the federal government pay off the interest expense of our country. It's the interest that we pay on our national debt is the number one cost to our government right now, more than the military budget, more than the entitlements that our government pays for Social Security, SNAP benefits and all that. And because of money printing, we're just seeing the prices of everything explode. My insurance, food. I don't mean to be preaching to the choir, but I literally spent $100, and I looked at my cart and I was like, there's barely anything in my cart, maybe 6 things. And then, being a single guy, I do go out to eat a lot. And every time I go out to eat, it's $15, $20. So like I was saying before, we're seeing the middle class be squeezed, and, they're joining the, poverty line. 60% of Americans, I believe, they're living paycheck to paycheck. And it's very sad because no matter, especially towards the younger generation, I feel so bad for them because, home prices, the average home price right now is around $450,000. The average home price in the United States. Here in Washington, I believe it's around $600,000 to $700,000. So imagine the college grads right now that were promised a bright future if they majored in a really good degree, but I don't think It's going to take so long. They probably won't be able to own a home until their early 40s, maybe. Who knows, what the prices will be when they're 40. But I wanted to make this video, help you guys understand what I'm saying right now. A lot of people are struggling. You can see on TikTok so many people just recording themselves like, I don't know what to do. A lot of Americans are having to choose between rent or food, and people with kids. God bless you guys. I have no idea how you guys are making it. But I wanted to make a video to help you guys that are living paycheck to paycheck. What would I do? Def, what would you do if you were in a situation where you're living retail and having to live paycheck to paycheck and the cost of everything is rising? Guys, do you guys ever think companies are going to say, oh, okay, we're, for example, let's say Kellogg's, and their cereal right now is, $5 for a box of Cheerios. Do you ever think those companies are ever going to say, oh, you know what? Let's lower the price from $5 to $4.25, and then maybe $4.25 to $3.50, back to what the prices were 5 years ago. Do you think any company will do that for their customers, for the American people? Absolutely not. So the price of everything is going to go up. And as we all know, wages have been stagnant for decades, I believe. Wages aren't keeping up with inflation. And if you're in the group, the 60% of Americans living paycheck to paycheck, struggling, here's what I would do. If you have kids, then I'm not really, if you're married, one of you guys may have to make a sacrifice. And what I mean by that is, if I was living paycheck to paycheck right now and I had no college degree, I had no, I couldn't get any help from any family members, I would join trucking. I would become a trucking. You are the perfect candidate to become a truck driver, especially if you're in retail, or, you're a server or bartender, you have no college degree. And even if you have a college degree, there's so many people out there that, they can't find jobs right now. People on social media are complaining how they've sent over 100 to 1,000 applications that are still being ghosted, and they can't find jobs right now. But if that's you, what I would do right now I would join a trucking company right now. There's a lot of what are called mega carriers that will pay for your truck, will pay and train you to get your CDL. These mega carriers like Knight Transportation, Steven Transportation, CR England. I mean, just Google. Google's your best friend. A lot of people will reach out to me in the comments section. I don't know what to do, and what would you recommend? I'm living living paycheck to paycheck, and I just feel so stuck in life. What should I do? Become a truck driver, guys. And you're going to have to sacrifice. So a lot of these companies that pay for your OTR, which is called over the road, you will have to, spend a week in a truck driving across the nation. So I was talking to a gentleman who shared his incredible story with me, where he was told me he was down to his last like $200, and he became an over-the-road truck driver. He joined a mega carrier that paid for his CDL. If you're living paycheck to paycheck and you're paying, struggling, working, overtime, and all your money's going to rent and electricity, why not sacrifice 1 year of your life and get your CDL, which will set you up for life? Once you have your CDL, you can get your hazmat endorsement, your tanker, doubles, and triples, and you can start making six figures after you get your all your endorsements. But if you're struggling, and there's no point in paying $2,000 in rent every month if you're living paycheck to paycheck. Why not sacrifice, just a year of your life and start doing over the road And if you do over the road, you can live on your truck. You don't have to pay any rent, guys, and just save and save and save, and maybe be able to save $25,000 to $40,000 after your first year. And if you're a struggling couple, maybe, you know, if you're the husband, man, you got to man up and do what you got to do for your family. So once again, guys, if I was living paycheck to paycheck with no college degree, you are the perfect candidate to becoming a truck driver, going over the road and sacrificing your comfort to be able to save money for just a year, you know. And going back to the guy that shared his story with me, he was down to his last like $200, about to be homeless, and he joined an over the road company, did that for 3 or 4 years, saved, you know, almost 6 figures, and now is a homeowner. But he, of course, you know, he had to sacrifice a lot to get to that. But guys, it's better than living paycheck to paycheck. Where are you going to be 3 to 4 years from now? Still in retail. So hopefully, guys, you know, I can help somebody out there. Hope everybody has a great weekend, and seriously consider living or becoming an over-the-road truck driver. Because think about it, if you're living paycheck to paycheck and you're not doing anything with your life, where are you gonna be 3 or 4 years from now? Still living paycheck to paycheck, or you can be like the guy I was chatting with, who sacrificed. You know, he sacrificed a lot. You know, driving, working hard, living in a semi truck. But what other option do you have right now? So hopefully this helps somebody. Hope you guys are doing well, and see you guys in the next video. Peace. Def Life out.